Welcome to American Reacts. In this video, we're going to be reacting to Is Life Better in Europe or the USA? My honest review after 1 year in America. Let's get into it.
It has been exactly 1 year that I moved from Germany to the US, and now I can confidently
And is it me or does this guy look like Macaulay Culkin? Like the German Macaulay Culkin?
say I will never ever move back to Germany. In this video I will explain you exactly why and why I think the US is indeed the greatest country in the world. Hi, I'm Toby, I'm a German.
I agree with you, brother. America #1. Old Glory. Pledge my allegiance to that flag for more than 12 years in a row.
German who's living here in Miami, Florida. Please like and subscribe to this video. But now let's start why I think the US is a way better place to live and why I love it so much here. I can confidently say that the US is indeed the greatest country in the whole world, and I really love living here, and I'm very, very grateful for this great country
I knew it. I knew it.
and for all the opportunities I get here. My #1 reason is freedom. First of all, you're really free here. You can live wherever you want. You don't have to register somewhere. You just move across. Nobody cares. You have real freedom of speech. In Germany, freedom of speech, it's a discussion, but you
Yeah, a lot of these European countries like to say they have freedom of speech, but meanwhile you have the UK arresting up to, 30 some odd citizens a day for their speech online. Like he's saying, Germany, you don't have real free speech. If you say something, offensive, you can get in trouble for it. Whereas here in America, you can say whatever you want as long as it's not a call to action.
cannot say what you want. If you insult like a politician, you call our minister a clown, he might decide to press charges on you. Here you can say whatever you want. You can argue, is it good or bad? I think it's good that you have
What a joke.
real freedom of speech here. But it's not only freedom of speech. I can also do whatever I want. In Germany, you are forced to pay $20 a month for some television program. It doesn't even matter if you never watch it. You're forced to pay it, no matter what. Even if
I heard the UK also has like some sort of TV tax as well, which is insane to me. And even if you don't watch it, you have to pay it. What kind of, I mean, come on, man. You Europeans should not be comparing your countries to the US. Oh yeah, we don't have health insurance. Oh, oh my goodness.
you don't have a TV, there's cases where people refuse to pay and they send them to jail. That's not freedom for me. Another part of freedom I really like here is you're free to defend yourself. You can own a gun. In Germany, it's almost
In my state, there is no duty to retreat. If I have a right to be there, I can stand my ground. Depending on how the situation goes, there's different tools you can use to protect yourself.
impossible for a normal person to own a gun. Here, I mean, they do still some background checks, so if you're a crazy person or you're mentally ill, you cannot own a gun. But if you're a normal, good person, you can own a gun and defend yourself. It's not only the bad guys who have guns. Another very strong reason are the people here. I just love the American people. People are so positive and open-minded. They will embrace the change. If you try something, they will embrace it. In Europe, people will be like, oh no, are you sure you want to do that? And they're just
See, this is what I was saying to that about that video with the Russian girl, talking about people in Russia and the Russian stereotypes. It seems like a lot of Europeans have this same exact mindset that he's explaining right here.
way more optimistic. Like in Germany especially, people are, it feels like they're always depressed, they're always looking for the negative things. Here people are really positive and they always think the best of people. Of course there are exceptions to the rule, but overall I really feel welcomed here and people are very positive. And thank you everyone for welcoming me that well here. And even strangers here, they will celebrate your success, they will cheer you on. In Germany people are very envious of other people. Like if somebody's successful, it seems like everybody wants to keep you down.
I mean, I think that kind of goes both ways. There's a lot of envious people here in the U.S., but I do hear this all the time from the Europeans when I watch their videos that there's always that people are smiling, they give you a small talk, encouraging you. I mean, even strangers will encourage you to do better and be better. Or if they see you doing well, they'll, compliment you and encourage you.
Another fact that might surprise a lot of people, I personally feel more safe in the US than in Germany. Have you ever been to Frankfurt train station?
But we got guns everywhere. Oh, we don't have health insurance. We only speak one language. We don't have passports. We're not cultured.
Here in Miami, I have never ever felt unsafe.
We're all fat.
There's police everywhere. In my building, there's 24/7 security. I know safety is a very individual thing, but if you live in the wrong area in Germany, it can be very unsafe. If you look at crime statistics, it might be a little bit worse here in the US, but I personally have witnessed way more crime in Germany than in the US. Like once in Frankfurt, I saw people taking drugs right next to me, and I also saw people getting robbed. I have never seen
I think this is also a city thing, right? Depending on what city you're in as well, depending on how the local government deals with the crime. I think you're likely to see very similar things depending on where you're at in America. And like I said, if you're in a city versus a rural area, you're definitely going to see more crime.
in the US. Another very positive point in the US is personal growth and opportunity. The US is the strongest economy in the world. There's so many options, so many jobs you can do. If you want to be an actor, you can go to Hollywood. If you're in tech, there's Silicon Valley, all these tech startups. There's just so much opportunity. Of course, if you don't want to work, Europe is probably better because we have this amazing social system where you don't have to work. But if you want,
Is that real? You can actually just choose to not work there and not be homeless? That's crazy. That's wild. And then what happens when enough people don't want to work, right? Then what happens to the social services? Isn't that a little unfair to the people that are working? Shouldn't everyone have to pull their own weight, right? I mean, maybe it's just my uncultured American brain, my tiny American brain can't comprehend the robust social services of Europe. Who knows?
achieve something in life, you want to make money, you want to have a career, the US is the best place to be. And also for starting a company, why do you think that all the successful companies all based in the US? Also, if you want to start a company, it's way easier here. Like you go online, you fill out a form, the LLC is started. In Germany, you have to go in person, need to print a thing, then they send it via mail. It just takes forever. And with that comes another reason. That is taxes. In Germany, 50% of your salary goes away in
Little old Texas.
taxes. That makes it almost
Oh, he says taxes. I thought he was saying Texas.
impossible to build any wealth as a normal human being. Here in the US, almost impossible to build percent of your salary. Comes another reason. That is taxes. In Germany, 50% of your salary goes
50%? That's insane.
away in taxes. That makes it almost impossible to build any wealth as a normal
They're paying that much into taxes and they don't even have a B2 or an F-22 Raptor? Come on, man.
human being. Here in the US, I pay way less taxes, even with having the same salary. I have way more money in my bank and there's just way more possibilities to build my personal wealth. Also, you have just way more investment opportunities here. There's like different stocks, ETFs that can only be traded in the US and the costs are way, way lower. Also for retirement, the US has a way better retirement system than we have in Germany. Here you have a 401k.
But I thought that Europe had the most superior social services for its citizens. How could we have a better retirement system? Come on. That doesn't make any sense.
In Germany, that does not exist. They first tax you 50% and then what is left, you can invest, but there's no tax-free retirement account. It does not exist. So it's way better. You have way more opportunities here to build some personal wealth and save for your retirement than in Germany. Another thing I really like here is comfort. Everything is so easy. I can take my car, there's parking everywhere.
Drive through ATMs, baby. Drive through liquor stores. Drive through fast food. You ain't even got to get out of your own car.
While in Germany, it's almost impossible to find parking if
Some states don't even let you pump your own gas.
you go somewhere. Yes, there's public transport. It might be a little bit better, but the buses are always late, the trains are always late. So much rather.
And that's another thing too. We're always constantly told by Europeans, oh, you got cars everywhere. Why don't you have walkable cities? You know, it's almost as if, us being a younger country and expanding the same time the automobile was developing and getting a lot more accessible. Meanwhile, over in Europe, you got these old cities with these narrow streets that are meant for, I don't know, peasants to walk on, whatever you want to call the people, whatever they used to be called. Um, you know, you just much more narrow. The streets were built at a time when there wasn't cars everywhere, and that's why in the U.S. things are just much more built around having a personal vehicle, and that's why we have wider roads. That's why there isn't many sidewalks or as many sidewalks. But it's kind of funny to hear the trains and the buses are always late, and then you have Europeans online telling us how we should, be doing this or doing that to be more like them, when it doesn't seem like it always works out as perfect as they say it does.
Go by car. And also you can get everything delivered. Here I can get my groceries delivered, my packages. It's way easier. In Germany,
Honestly, I figured they'd have like DoorDash and Postmates and Uber Eats. Honestly, I figured ordering stuff to your house would have been about the same. That's surprising to hear.
it's not that easy. I have to-go options everywhere. There's way more variety if I want to eat outside. Like in Germany, it's basically some German cuisine, some international cuisine, but here there's like so many options from everywhere in the world, and it's just very convenient. Also, the US is just such an amazing, beautiful country. If you want to go skiing, you're into winter sport, you can go to the north. You have like amazing mountains, amazing ski resorts. If you want to go to the beach, you have California, you have Florida. It's just such an amazing and beautiful country. Like all these national parks like Grand Canyon, Yellowstone National Park, and so on. You don't even have to leave the country to experience amazing nature.
And this is why a lot of Americans don't have passports. We have every climate you can think of, from the tundra of the north to the deserts in the south to the tropical beaches of the coasts. Everything. Everything you could want within the borders of this nation.
And here's also another freedom aspect. Here you can just go hunting. In Germany, you can't go hunting, right? There's no hunting season. You need it's very difficult to hunt in Europe. The US has it all. It's a paradise if you like nature. Another factor, healthcare is just way better. In Germany, my healthcare costs me $800 a month. Here I pay like $50. And if you're really sick, the US is just the best place to be. The best
$800 a month?
doctors in the world, they're all in the US. And the best doctors from Germany, guess where they are? Of course, they also moved to the US because the pay is just way better. You want to live in a place where you have the best doctors and the best treatments in the world, and that is the US without doubt. Also, the US is the pioneer in new medicine. So if you have a rare sickness, a rare illness, your chances to get healed are way higher in the US because you have like new treatments accessible to you that are not even available
Keep sending us your doctors. Keep sending them. We'll pay them. We'll pay them top dollar.
in Europe. So it's way better to be in the US than in Germany. Another reason for me is the weather. Of course, I'm in Miami, so the weather's really amazing here. I had always winter depression. The days are gray in Germany. You have like 2-3 months with good weather, sometimes not even that. So I really love living here, to wake up, see the sun, go to the beach. The weather is just way better here. I also feel the US is just way
Makes me proud to be an American.
more diverse. You have cultures from everywhere in the world. Asian, Latino, Arab, German, American, native. Everything is mixed together. And I feel people are not as judgmental. In Germany, you have basically Germans, you have some immigrants, but it's not as diverse as here. Like, nobody judges me for my accent. It's totally normal to have an accent here. Some people speak Spanish, some speak Portuguese, other
Actually, people probably compliment him on his accent. I don't see anybody judging him for his accent. People are probably, oh, I really like that accent. That's my experience of seeing people with different accents come about.
people speak Russian. It's just very welcoming. Another thing I really enjoy here is customer service, customer support. In Germany, the customer support is horrible. You go to a restaurant, nobody cares that you're there. You need to call the waitress, and if you're lucky, she will come.
They don't do tipping though, so I mean, is there really a reason for the server to do a better job if they're not expected to get a tip? I feel like that's one thing tipping really does here in the U.S. is your server, even if it's fake. Who cares if it's fake, right? If they're coming up and asking if you're good, if they're constantly refilling your drink, I don't care if it's fake. You do a good job, you do a better job, you get more money. That's just how it works.
Here you sit down, people come, you get really good service. If you're not happy, you can complain, you get something for free. Customer comes first. It's like just really amazing. And yeah, that's why I will stay in the US. I know it's not perfect, there's a lot of problems here, but I really love it here, and for me it's perfect. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Have you ever considered moving to another country? Are you happy where you are? What do you think? What is the best country? And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to not miss any of my other videos.
That was an interesting watch. Like I said, this is right here. This is dangerous for me, right? This is just all pro-American propaganda. You know, it's I'd take it as truth, right? You're in Europe right now. If you wanna not believe it, think what you want. Think what you want. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm gonna wake up and enjoy being American, I guess, because I just love being American. I'm unapologetically I'm unapologetically American. That's for sure. 100% through and through. Love my guns, love my no health care, love my strong military, love it all. And no, this was a good watch for sure. Obviously this is really pumping me up because it's all positive stuff. Obviously we have our negatives like everywhere else, but I always love hearing Europeans that come here and actually have a good time versus what they hear about America and their country. So, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to help support my channel for free. Also, go ahead and check out Toby Harms and go ahead and give him a subscription as well. And if you want to watch this video or his original video, the link for that will be in the description below. We'll catch you guys in the next one.